In this video, I want us to have a look at a very short clip on Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu. Suluhu made some remarks that seems to be targeting William Samoei Ruto. Listen to this before we continue.
Mimi nataka niungane na ndugu wangu Ruto climate financing, lakini nadhani it's high time sisi wa Afrika tuache kutegemea sana wengine kwenye climate financing. Nadhani tuje na strategies, mbinu ambazo tutakuwa na mifuko yetu wenyewe ya climate financing, kwa sababu kutegemea wengine tunacheleweshwa. Sasa hivi tuko COP28, lakini ahadi zilitolewa kwenye makopu ya nyuma huko, lakini mpaka leo fedha haijatoka. So it's high time tujitambue wa Afrika, tuangalie means and sources of our own climate funding na zile national determined contribution, basi twende tukazitekeleze ipasavyo. Asante.
I consider that as a direct attack on William Ruto. Earlier on, Ruto spoke urging African countries to come together to find a solution to mitigate the effects of climate change on food security. He also dwelt on a wide range of issues. In this video, I want us to understand what's happening here and why Samia Suluhu made those remarks clearly targeting William Ruto. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Yes. Let me start by saying this. Ruto has been in power for about 1 year now. And in this 1 year, Ruto has exposed himself, his true nature, to Kenyans, and is now exposing his true nature to the whole world. It's now a fact that even in Kenya, those who didn't know William Ruto's true character, they now know him. He's a man who double speaks. He has no stand on anything. He keeps on changing goalposts. And that has made very many Kenyans see him as a liar and as a joker. And as I talk, a majority of Kenyans no longer trust what William Ruto is saying, because he's a person who says something today, tomorrow he will be saying a completely different thing from what he was saying yesterday. A majority of Kenyans are now knowing William Ruto that way. Internationally, the international community and even regionally, our neighbors have also started knowing who a William Ruto is. Immediately was sworn in as the president, Ruto created an image of a Pan-Africanist, somebody who is there to push the interests and to defend the interests of Africans. That's the image William Ruto tried projecting soon after being sworn in as the president. And at one point, he was calling for Africans to unite in order to strengthen their currencies against the dollar. He was urging African leaders and countries to unite. Back home, Kenyan currency is on a free fall, even losing to Kenya's neighbors. And besides trying to project that image of a Pan-Africanist, upon going to the West, interacting with America, William Ruto seems to be furthering the agenda of the West. So you can't just tell where William Ruto actually lies. And recently, immediately the war between Israel and Hamas broke, William Ruto defended Israel, after which we saw him in Saudi Arabia trying to lure the Arab countries to invest in Kenya, or rather in Africa and more so in Kenya. So you fail to understand where is William Ruto stand on issues. Here he supports Israel. Tomorrow you are seeing him in the Arab countries trying to support the Arab nation. And for those who can remember, upon attending the Saudi Arabia African Summit in Riyadh, William Ruto came back empty-handed. Most of the African leaders who were with him in Saudi Arabia at least took something back home. Ruto came back empty-handed. And that was because the Arab nation saw him as a hypocrite, somebody not honest. Now, Madam Samia Suluhu is directly telling William Ruto off. Samia Suluhu is telling William Ruto off simply because William Ruto has been dilly-dallying with the Western countries, and he has been seen as a Msaliti, somebody betraying Africa but furthering the interests of the West. And that is so because, again, upon the war between Hamas and Israel breaking, African Union defended, or rather castigated, Israel. And here was William Ruto defending Israel. So Ruto is being seen as a betrayer. And now, in the 1 year, to be honest, he has even lost respect amongst his colleagues, and regionally, he's being seen as a joker. And as time goes by, I'm also seeing a very high possibility where those Western countries will start avoiding William Ruto. They'll see him as a joker. And I'm saying that because Ruto is somebody who you can't trust. I'm very sure that even in those Western countries, he might have cheated or made some remarks there, remarks that I know he will not be able to fulfill. So as time goes by, he'll also be rejected in the West. Locally and regionally, his mates are already rejecting him. And that's why Uganda has pulled out from an oil deal with Kenya. Burundi is following, Southern Sudan is following. Soon you'll find William Ruto a very isolated leader in East Africa. So Samia is just trying to tell William Ruto that he should have a stand, a common stand on issues. He should not just be talking aimlessly. Let me stop you there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. In case you may want to support our forum, for the forum to continue growing strong and stronger, contact me through that number below. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.
Gachagua ndiye ameuza wa Kikuyu. Gachagua ametuuza, ametumaliza. Wacha tuseme ukweli.
Sema ukweli mzee.
Sasa ujumbe wake mwisho ni hii. Gachagua na Ruto alitakanya watu wakiwa kwa kanisa. Watu sasa wanalala njaa. Watoto hadi shule. Wakati Ruto aliingia, alituahidi kurudisha vitu chini. Ikaenda zaidi juu. Na aliapa akiwa kwa madhabahu ya kanisa. Si alikuwa anasema kwa kanisa? Akasema kila kitu kitakuwa chini. Alitakanya Mungu. Alitakanya nani? Sasa wanataka kushikana na Raila. Sio mseme Raila iko uongozi, Raila anataka kazi tu na watu yake. Kwa hivyo nitatuma ujumbe kwa Raila asikie. Vile ametakanya kwa Ruto. Sio kwa Raila. Kwa Ruto asikie na Kimani Chungwa. Na nani hii serikali amepea Kikuyu? Dede Nyoro. Moses Kuria. Na huyu wa Moro anaitwa Kuria. Kwanza hii ya Moro ni mimi nilisomesa ni hapa pale Mkinyai. Tulikuwa tunaitwa Mchago tunaenda. Mpaka university. Sasa naahidi kwa hiyo Kikuyu na Gachagua. Gachagua ndiye ameuza wa Kikuyu. Gachagua ametuuza, ametumaliza.